Like when we start hitting good numbers, it dies.
All right, we're live on YouTube now.
I had went to YouTube and posted a link. I see us.
And told everybody to
Watch us.
leave us alone.
Choke on that, baby!
Shooter!
That's what we told everybody. That's right.
Yeah,
You never
Where
know.
did that come from?
Way down here.
Where? Do it again. You got one more? Don't do that.
Austin Lee says he's watching. He said let Bilo know.
Who? Rook.
Only reason he's watching is because I called him out. He was sitting over on Facebook DMs, and I said, "Oh, you can do this, but you're not watching us, huh?"
Yeah.
So he jumped on real quick.
He said Pops is on to it, getting on to him.
Yeah. And Pops got him in trouble today because he said Pops told me that Austin didn't.
Pops didn't get him in trouble with nobody.
So Austin really said it.
Yeah,
He said he didn't like nobody but
What?
you.
that's correct.
No.
My friend,
Rookie said he didn't like nobody.
He
but
said,
you.
"I don't like Brent."
When did he say that?
It doesn't matter. He said it.
When did he say it?
He said, "You're my guy," is what he said to me.
All right, Rook. Is Rook watching?
On my flip feet he is.
All right, on your little feet.
If that's what you got out of that, then yes.
All right, I'm
I'm
getting-
fixing to go put a blanket on.
I'm telling you, I love Mama Barnett's Pintos,
Yeah.
but they derail us worse than a jackknife truck.
That's true.
Why is that?
Because we get sidetracked. We got the brain farts.
I just want to take a nap.
And the real.
Okay, homework, Annalie. No, one thing you need is a shower. You kind of stinky. Did y'all have Jim do that?
We had music.
We have
gotta
a special
more
caller.
subscribers.
We did our math.
What you cut? We're on the air.
I know.
I
Yeah,
know.
you better put me on speaker.
You're on speaker.
Who?
I did not. You better tell Bilo I did not say that about him.
He's
Rook?
crawfishing. Crawfishing.
Dude, Bilo, Pops is tripping, man. He's out of control.
Did you tell me you didn't like me?
I did not say that. Man, come on now.
Bilo, stop crying, man. It's okay.
I can't believe that, Rook. I took you under my
I
wing.
didn't say that.
First of all, you can't take somebody under your wing when you up front on the showroom floor.
Yeah, I can. I had you under this wing.
Whose
him
wing you
that
under? Rook.
You.
That's right.
wing. Whose wing you under?
Nobody's. I'm my own man.
Dude,
Okay.
Bilo's second. Listen, y'all listen to me now.
You're my advisor.
Bilo is second in command.
Fair enough.
I'll say that. You need to say that tomorrow to Robbie and Tom. They'll have a fit.
Oh, I'll definitely say
Man,
that.
y'all have a good show now.
See, you, brother.
See, Rook.
Hey, buddy.
Rook's pretty cool.
He's awesome. Good worker too.
We have talked to him about, I know one of the stipulations in your contract, at least let you come sit down and do the show, but there's still a stipulation that he has requested.
All right.
And I don't know if I'm going to say it yet.
No, you're not going to say it yet.
We're still in there.
It's going to happen.
I can't believe you would even ask that. Like, you have let this go to your head.
Okay. Are you shocked?
Yes, actually, we've known each other since 5 years old, and you're letting this show that we do go to your head.
Well, he is the star.
So we're on our
Thank
That's
you.
what I'm saying. He
mean-
thinks he's the star of the show.
You have one of the four horsemen saying, "Star."
Hey, I mean, you had to have Flair and you had to have Arn Anderson to take the bumps.
Woo!
He is not Flair. I'm not doing the show no more if you call him Flair. He's more like Tully Blanchard.
You have lost your. I will stab you in the eye.
You don't like
I'm-
Tully?
No, not at all.
Well, he was
He
pretty
would be-
well. He was flamboyant.
Then it would be Sid Vicious or Barry Windham.
Okay, so
Sid.
who's Ric Flair?
That'd be me.
You how?
How is it not?
I kind of thought you were J.J. Dillon.
No, that's it. All right, he's Mike dead.
See,
like that.
there you go.
What?
When
He's gone.
When
Who's
one
Flair?
of the when one
Who's
of the
Flair?
me.
Mike's dead.
You put it dead all you want.
Double dead. Right
So-
there, both of y'all, double dead.
So,
BB,
who would I
welcome
be?
to the show. You
Who
are
would I
now
be?
semi-host. It's the BB and Bilo show.
Lost all the star power now.
Would I be
And he talks about me.
Steve McMichael?
My head's
He
swelling
looks
up.
like a Mongo, does he not?
Ben Law?
He-
Brian Pillman? Who would I be?
oh,
Kurt Hennig?
you're Arn Anderson. I'm Flair. You're Anderson.
I'm Anderson. I'm the enforcer.
You're the enforcer.
Okay.
You're the guy that they
Don't,
say,
y'all's mics are dead.
come, let's beat up somebody.
Now, woo! Choke on that, baby. No, you're up. I don't want to get upset.
We can't
I'm
have,
not upset.
I mean, some people just got it. Some don't.
So
It's just the way it is in life.
what I'm getting, if either one of them are Arn and one of them are Flair, then
We
we're
all know.
interchangeable parts.
You're more flamboyant than I am.
So,
That's the only way
who
you're
would
Flair.
we-
I'm Flair.
Are you Mongo?
You're
Are
Arn.
you
No,
Ole?
no,
or-
Arn always had the great lines. Arn was great.
Yes,
Ole.
Arn was great. I loved him on
Ole
the
and
mic.
Grouchy.
Ole.
Arn.
He's Ole.
I'm Ole and Grouchy.
Okay, I can see Ole. I'm Arn.
So who was the fourth one at that point then?
It was
That
it was
was
Tully Blanchard.
Tully or
Yeah.
when was Wyndham?
Wyndham didn't
Wyndham came
until
in after.
Ole left.
After,
When Ole left, Wyndham came in first.
no, I thought
Yeah.
it went Luger first because
It
then
did go no.
it
No,
went Luger.
it went Wyndham, Luger, then Wyndham again. Because Wyndham and Luger got into it for real backstage, and that's why they flipped.
They tried to reunite the Flair, Wyndham, Arn, Tully, and that's when Tully failed his drug test, and they wouldn't rehire him. Like everybody didn't fail.
Now,
drug tests.
who was your
Yeah.
favorite fourth horseman?
Barry Windham?
Barry
Oh,
Wyndham,
by far.
hands down. Yeah, without
The
question.
four
That
horsemen.
he come out there in them black chaps and that leather vest and just whip people.
Yeah, one of the coolest.
And the worst wrestler was his brother, the human Q-tip. Isn't that what Cornette called him?
Yeah.
Kendall Wyndham, the human Q-tip.
yeah,
Barry Windham was my guy.
I like Barry.
When he turned on Dusty, that was the greatest.
what
feeling.
was Wyndham? Do you remember Wyndham's solo wrestling name?
You've talked about the
Which one?
Maker 100 times.
I've got it. I had it on the back of my truck. You remember because but they don't.
The
Yeah.
Widowmaker?
Yeah,
Talk
sure.
about
The WWE spent $1 billion on Widowmaker stuff, and at the same time they did like 2 promotions for Steve Austin, and you see what happened there.
Here's the funny thing. I had Widowmaker on my tailgate of my truck.
Well, you know, they gave all of them names. What was Luger? The Narcissist. I forget what Tully and Arn were because
The Brain Busters.
The Brain Buster.
the Brain Busters, because they, you know, everybody jumped ship
Yeah.
for about 15 minutes, and then they're like, "Yeah, it sucks over here. We're going back."
The only one they didn't give another name, and God bless, rest in peace, they put Dusty Rhodes in polka dots, and he still pulled it off.
Well, but they hit that whole Americana thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, them. Yeah,
You might beat my practice.
he was the American Dream that the rules.
The American Dream that they roll.
He had a big argument with Vince. He didn't want to give up the American Dream because he was American Dream with the American Bash.
Yeah.
With NWA's when he started American Dream, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So when he went from heel to face in the 70s in Florida, because him and Dick Murdoch were always bad
Oh,
guys.
Dirty Dick was
Dirty
always
Dick,
dirty.
Dusty was in the AW. They said that they were making so much money off of Dusty's back that Eddie Graham, by the way, from Chattanooga, that
That's-
owned Florida.
Isn't that superstar Billy Graham's brother?
No, not in real life.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, they were.
They played it.
But they would send Dusty away because they needed to get other people over, and Dusty was so over in Florida in the 70s that they did just send him somewhere for 6 weeks.
I'm gonna tell you what's funny, and you've heard this because I don't remember if you went with me.
And don't
tonight.
worry, folks.
Dusty
We're
was
not
in-
going full on wrestling.
Dusty
We're
was
just
in
this is
town
quick
when we went
segment.
up to the Armory, and we were told Dusty was bad about stealing the gate. So Dusty would hold these shows and host them, and everybody, you know, he had Scotty Riggs and all these different
Turnbuckle
Glacier.
Championship Wrestling.
Yeah, and he had all of them coming in, and then what Dusty would do is right when the bell sounded, Dusty would go to the lady keeping the gate and say, "I got to have the money so I can go dib it out and pay the wrestlers." She'd give him the hotel. Dusty'd leave, wouldn't come back till his spot in the match. And so I was like, "No, surely don't." we're up there. All right, Dusty's gone, takes off, and he's gone until his match comes up. He comes out, wrestles 15, 20 minutes against. Used to be the Brooklyn Brawler, but he was. who was
That's
he?
all I know
Steve
him
Hardy.
as.
Party.
Yeah, but it was somebody else that night. Was just wearing him out.
Just a worker.
Yeah, but he didn't
Barry
go to
Horowitz,
Brooklyn.
Jim Powers.
No, it was,
Disco Inferno, who I thought was hilarious.
He was.
I wish that dude got a bigger push.
I do too.
He was because he was plenty good enough in the ring, and he was hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So at the end of the show, when everybody's leaving and the wrestlers are, trying to find it, they come in there and they're asking everybody, "Where'd Dusty go? Where'd Dusty go?" And I'm like, I seen him leave, and so I told all the guys. I told Scotty Reeves, I said, "Oh man, Dusty left right after his match. He was gone," and they were cussing him because they're like, "Man, he done it again. He owes us for 2 or 3 weeks of shows and stuff." And so the workers had to come out and tear everything down. They get everything about half tore down. All the workers leave, and it's just a few ring hands there. Dusty pulls up around the back of the arena because we were standing there talking, and we just seen a truck pull around a dually, pull around with the headlights, and Dusty gets out and says, "Anybody still here?" And I said, "Yeah, there are just a few more people." I said, "Was waiting to get an interview with you. Y'all give me about another 20 minutes." And he sat in the truck and waited till everybody was gone. And then he come back and loaded the ring up and took off with it and did an interview with us. It's hilarious. And I'm
So-
like, he really did steal the gate. He took all their money and left with it. Didn't pay nobody.
Absolutely.
That's not cool.
No,
At
it's
all.
not cool at all. But that was the rumor about him, and he did it that night. So
I got when I was in college, I got a job working for Doug Dillinger with the WCW, working security, and we would work Von Braun Center, UTC Arena. We'd work Knoxville Castle, and what they just buy a local crew to work security, and Doug Dillinger would come in. So I had met everybody in wrestling, and I loved it. I loved Dusty Rhodes, and I mean Flair would send me to the store. I'd bring them beer back. That was my job. Get you in the building, and then run your errands for you. Been doing it for about a year and a half. Never met Dusty. He comes in midway through the show, leaves after his match, and I'm like, man, one of these days I'm gonna get to meet Dusty. So finally comes the day. The guy yells at me, said, "Dusty wants somebody back in the dressing room." So I walk back there and they stop me at the door and they give me $20. They say, "Go get Dusty a 6-pack of beer." And it's some off-brand Fall
he had
City,
stump water.
some horrible, like nobody's gonna steal it. I'm not gonna steal it.
It's stump water or
So
something.
I go, and the rule was I would buy their beer and I would bring it back and I had to hand it to them, and the change would be in the bag. And most of the time, like Flair or one of the guys pulled change out and just give it to me. So finally, I've got Dusty's 20, and I'm going to the convenience store. So I get a 6-pack of beer and I go back to the arena and I'm like, I'm going to meet Dusty. And I get to the door and they were like, "Where are you going?" I'm going, I got Dusty's beer. And they were like, "So you're going in there?" I go, "Yeah, I'm going in to meet Dusty." So I walk past them, get by everybody, I knock on it, and I go in and "Mr. Rhodes, here's your beer." And I hand him the beer. It's my big moment in life. And I look down and he goes, "When you gonna take your mark ass out the red dressing room? I got a show to book." My face fell. My feelings was hurt. I walk out and I'm like, for 10 years, I hold a grudge against Dusty Rhodes. And then finally one day somebody goes, "Do you think he was a little busy that night? He was booking the show and main eventing it. He probably wanted you out of the dressing room."
Oh yeah, that was him though. It
Take
was
your mark ass out the dressing room.
it was bad about what Dusty done. I mean that was bad. But a lot of people, like when you hear DDP's version, if you ever get on DDP Yoga and listen to DDP talk about Dusty.
I love Dusty. I'm
Yeah.
over that fact. I'm a mark for the whole Rhodes
Well,
family.
To hear, if you really want, you could probably YouTube DDP's tribute to Dusty.
Yeah, I've seen it.
It'll get you, and it's really good.
At night he was working, and I'm some fan just wanting an autograph. No wonder he
And
wanted
they
to
don't.
get out.
They didn't play that game.
Yeah.
That's just they'd rather the fans be outside. When you're inside the dressing room, they expect you know what's going on, and you're
You be a professional.
Yeah.
And I could always do it with everybody, but I could do it with Ric Flair.
Yeah.
But with Dusty Rhodes, he was bigger than life, and the nicest guy ever.
I always wondered why he couldn't use the bomb that Kramer used on Seinfeld to get rid of that big old mark on the
Hey,
side.
I don't know.
Who told you to use the bomb? Who told you to use the bomb? You use the bomb?
Hey, Bobby.
Sorry,
Eaton,
don't
greatest
watch
guy ever.
Seinfeld.
Oh, you're
Bobby
missing
Eaton's
a
the
lot.
greatest in-ring performer.
Bobby Eaton's the greatest guy.
Yes,
in the
they
history of
I've heard that from a lot of people say he is, but
I think most of those dudes are pretty
All
pretty
of them
good
were-
dudes.
except a few, and there's
There's a few.
the
yes.
Macho Man was legitimately nuts. I mean,
oh yeah, you could look at him and say he was on cocaine or something.
So what is it?
Not just that,
Oh,
probably 58 concussions later.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we wonder what happened to hit Chris Benoit and his move. with the
But we
flying
don't wonder. I mean, if you really
body. Yeah.
think about it and go through it, that dude would. And the wrestler that's now a neurosurgeon, his flat out come out and said he suffered more concussions than anybody I've ever seen
Yeah.
in the business.
Yeah.
If you've seen that behind.
Well,
the
because he
video.
goes with a flying headbutt onto their shoulder bone.
And they told him years before
Yeah, quit doing that.
he tripped, you've got to stop doing that.
Yeah.
That was the British Bulldog ended up in a wheelchair, used a flying headbutt. Chris Benoit went crazy and did what he did.
Yeah.
And then Harley Race, which used the same move, ended up in his 70s, a shadow of his man, rest in peace, Harley Race, who I think was the greatest in-ring performer ever. But, I mean, those guys, all three, suffered from doing it. When professional wrestling, we won't get on it, but when you do physical damage to yourself, you're not doing it right.
Right.
That's correct.
So, those guys...
Well,
They're taught.
technically,
yes, that,
you are doing it right because you're not hurting your opponent.
right, but
But at the same time, you got to be smart that you don't damage yourself. And
Then what about the
they
Undertaker?
Yeah. The Undertaker's just his knees are gone.
Just gone.
His
There's a lot
every
of
joint,
guys.
his body's gone.
I mean,
Kevin Nash.
Yeah, Kevin Nash same way. He's had.
I
his
love
neck-
Kevin Nash, man.
Oh,
Now,
Nash.
you talking about a dude that you just like to hang out with?
Yeah.
That's him. Of any of them.
if we ever get that Joe Rogan podcast deal, I'm hiring Kevin Nash, my agent, because I'm gonna get paid.
Yeah.
Because that's one guy who's gonna get you paid.
Kevin Nash has to be the most entertaining wrestler
I bet.
there was. He come up with so much crap with the NWO that was.
Oh,
just funny
his
as all get out.
stories, and to hear him talk. And now I remember
Not
years
just my
ago,
spot, not my liver spot,
I'll-
not my dog spot.
I was
That's the
listening to
best
the
way.
radio making a delivery years and years ago, and they had Nash, KZ106, or one of them did. And this kid calls up. You can tell he's probably 11, 12, 13 years old.
Yeah.
Nash, I'm going to come down there and kick your butt. Son, you better stay out of your daddy's liquor cabinet. Just, I mean, off the cuff, man.
Well, you think about
Without blinking.
how much they had to deal with that. You think about everywhere they went, constant people harassing them.
Yeah, well,
constantly.
either wanting their time or wanting to square off with them.
Well, you think about it.
The NWO
I mean,
was
I can't
harder
even
than-
go. I couldn't even go to an arena without some 5-year-old
Come on.
Want
with
my
the
autograph.
games, man.
wanting my autograph.
Yeah, you went to one arena where some 5-year-old wanted your autograph.
No, that
Because
was
you were
me.
awful. You were the only one out
That's what
there.
he said. That's what he said. No, there was many 5-year-olds that asked, but that one I remember.
So, in the greatest story, though, of all the people that you ever meet that's the character in the ring, what you saw from Ric Flair is who he was.
Oh, yeah.
Oh
He
yeah,
lived
a lot of them said that. Yeah.
He was. If he sent you to the store for a 12-pack of beer and you had $93 in the bag, he would pull one beer out of the thing and hand you the bag and the beer back.
Yeah.
You know, just that's the way it was. You know?
Well, he told, I've heard him
And
say
that's
it in
why
several
he's brokered a
interviews.
joke.
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. He's only worth like $3 million, which is still great, but he
and
didn't
he's
get that
earned
till
that lately.
till the latter end because he would go broke living that lifestyle. Just like-
those were really Italian suits he was wearing that he would rip off of his body.
Yeah,
And then elbow
just
drop it.
just like a gentleman that was in the WWE that lived 4 blocks from here. Same thing. Very conservative lifestyle, but when he was going on the road, he would go and rent the biggest Cadillac, the nicest car. He would spend thousands of dollars to make him look like he was successful.
Rest
He
in
would
peace.
go get his money and get $100 bills and stick them in his billfold, all right? Go rent the big Cadillacs, and then he would make sure whatever he do, he'd open up that billfold and act like he's getting money out. People go, man, you're loaded. It was a gag. I mean, he told me, he's like, dude, you know how much money I spent on rentals? He drove a little Ford Focus. He could barely get in it. And I'm like, I
It
thought
was an Escort back then.
it probably was.
Yeah, Focus wasn't.
No, it wasn't a
good.
Focus. It was in 2004. What was that?
A Tempo?
Might have been a Tempo or Concord.
Is not the one that rest in peace is buried up there in Tennessee, Georgia?
Yeah. Yeah, you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeff Jarrett's manager.
Oh no, I'm talking about different.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Jeff Jarrett's
You talking about RP?
Yeah, RP. That was.
I was talking about Bam Bam.
Oh no, it wasn't Bam Bam. Bam Bam.
Bam Bam's got some legendary stories.
Yeah.
We could do a whole
The,
4-hour show on Terry.
oh
Gordon
yeah,
stories.
'cause, I mean when I heard some of Michael's Hayes' stories where they would go to bars and fight their way out,
Yeah.
and it was like Terry been shot, he been stabbed, he didn't care. It was
His
funny.
daughter's in the business now.
Yeah, she's headlining the show at Camp Jordan.
If we keep talking, I'm gonna have to put the Squared Circle Wrestling logo back up.
Oh no, we got off
No.
every now and then.
I'm
It's-
alright with it.
SEC.
I think we.
I mean, we're past our time.
Yeah, we're
we
way
can
past
we
our
can
time.
close down the show at any time. Closing comments.
I want to promote a couple of things. I got something working.
Your belly dancing service. You can't promote that on the air.
Yeah, God, never mind. If you want to listen to me,
Belly Graham. It's called a belly Graham.
yeah, and you can order the wave after wave special. It just kind of rolls. It keeps rolling, and Katrina.
The gift that keeps on rolling.
Yeah, 99 loft balloons has a new meaning.
Wow.
This weekend, Friday night, 6:30, 6:15.
Where you gonna be at?
I'm going to be at Dunlap for Smith County. Not Smith County. Smith County and Squatch County in a region game, and it's going to be on 93.3 Country Roads.
Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads.
Okay, I was listening to music, then this happened. I was like, what?
What just happened?
This weekend, I will call it. We will see our first big upset in the SEC. Somebody's going to get beat this
Who
week.
do you think it is?
I don't know.
Did we not
Biggest-
see the first big upset last
of course,
week?
Mississippi State beat
Yeah.
LSU. That's
All
probably.
right, second big upset of the week. Who's it gonna be?
I don't call Auburn Ole Miss an upset.
Or how about Auburn,
I
Georgia?
mean, Auburn, Georgia, an upset. I think. I don't know.
A&M beating Alabama would be an upset.
I just don't think they got the horses. I kind of feel like Ole Miss is going to beat Kentucky, and I think that coming into the year, Kentucky was a top 25 team.
Mm-hmm.
Ole Miss was 2-8. I kind of think that's, to me, that's a pretty big upset.
That's
I'm either going-
yeah, that'd be a pretty big one.
I'm either going A&M over Alabama or Vanderbilt over LSU. That's my upset.
But last week, before we go on, D-Swane said it too. Mississippi State had a shot in that ball game, and I feel the same thing about Ole Miss, Kentucky this week.
Oh, I pick Ole Miss. I think Ole Miss is gonna win outright.
Yeah.
So
I'm with you.
Closing.
Remember Tabitha's mom in prayer.
Evelyn.
And that's it.
Our metal guy, the guy that comes every week and delivers the metal.
Yeah.
I didn't get a chance to tell you, his nephew got killed.
Oh man.
He died last night. He was in a car accident, 16 years old, last Saturday.
In South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Be praying for that family
So-
for sure.
He's pretty upset, and he said his son was real close with his cousin, and he's taking it hard.
I bet.
So keep them in your prayers.
Hey
absolutely.
Gary, the Averett guy's still recovering, I think, from his procedures.
Yep. Good old Gary. Also, keep the Georgia fans in prayer because they're going to be upset Saturday
Oh, you
evening.
went there?
Yeah.
I'm worried about Keith if they lose.
Now, Ray Johnson's the one you need to worry about if they lose.
Okay, I'll be in prayer for
Yes, keep him in your prayers because him and Jackie Mullen. I did throw Jackie the offer for the bet. All of a sudden, radio silence. He wanted to talk until I said, "So, Here, he said, what's the bet? And I told him, I said, Georgia, Florida, loser has to wear the other one's jersey for a week and post a picture of it on Facebook or pull over, whatever. Hadn't heard a word from him since. Does that scream, I'm scared?
How loud?
What is it they say? The silence is deafening?
Yeah.
About that loud.
Man.
Uh,
Tell them, Paul, where we're going to be at.
What do you mean oh, yes, that's right. Sorry. Gordon Lee travels to Calhoun to play Gordon Central tomorrow night. The three amigos will be there, standing on the sidelines, hoping Gordon Lee.
Waiting for the fourth one to join next year.
I have contract negotiations to do in between them.
Should be a good game.
I believe it will be. I think Gordon Lee's going to take it. I think Dollar Nickel's going to do outstanding.
He come in last night. We talked a little bit, and
Does he know his name's Dollar Nickel now?
yes, he does. He said, he's felt good about practice this week. They apparently watched some film. He feels real comfortable with the defense they've got playing. So, and if there's one thing I can say about my kid is he puts the work in, and that's all I can ask of him.
Amen. So what time are y'all going to be on? Are you going to be on?
7:30 is kickoff, so we'll probably be on a few minutes before, do a quick little pregame.
We should.
So I'll probably jump on about the 6:30 time frame from Squatch County. Cover the valley, hit the valley real hard, and then be off. I really enjoy hearing y'all at the game after I get it done.
We have fun doing it. When we're not,
We do. I enjoy it.
We're not watching.
I don't. I'm not near as involved as I am in here because I'm so caught up in between plays. I'll say something, or if there's a timeout and he wants a quick analysis, I'll give that. But
Yeah.
play-by-plays, the big man, he handles it, and he's getting better at it. He's handling it pretty good. But where's 15? Brent, same way. Did you see that? So
And I don't have a program or nothing. I got to do my homework. But
I've got a program. I'll bring it with me, and it's got all the opponents already in there. So
because we've got to figure out a way when we got next year. Are you going to film, or are we going to have a cameraman with them?
We got a cameraman.
Where?
Where's Derek at?
No, not the picture taking camera.
We're gonna
Video.
We're gonna have him camera. He's gonna be working for us. Cause we're on that multi-million-dollar platform.
Well, we definitely got to come up with something, but we'll have all that worked out. Everybody.
I'm not a filmer. I watch, and the camera is not watching the thing.
Yeah, he's bad.
We did wrestling show. It was horrible.
Hey, and Bilo, if you don't know the kids' names on the other teams, nobody's in their family's listening. Just make
That's
them up.
yeah. You
I'll
always
do that.
yeah. You go well. Here we go.
That's Sasquatch.
Yeah, but we will be down there tomorrow. I'm looking forward to covering Dollar Nickel again and the whole Gordon Lee Trojans. Next year we're at least going to commit to the home games next year.
dude, we're gonna travel. Come on.
I don't know. We'll just see. Like I told y'all before, if it's going to cost us, we're not traveling. If we got a ride, we'll go. That's the rule. Because it's going to turn my equipment all to pieces, and we can't keep buying new equipment
We
for
already
free.
got to get a new mic.
Well, we're down 2 mics. Well, actually, one,
No,
2. That's the
one that
third
he dropped
mic if it
today,
goes.
yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, we're down 3 mics total now. And,
This one works just fine.
we don't know that yet. I can't hear the sound. I ain't
I
got
might
my
be able
headphones
to
on.
get some radio equipment because I know a place will probably want to go out of business.
But we've got anyway. What is?
Wow, that worked perfect. As soon as you tapped, the whole screen changed.
Yeah,
We're good.
that was good.
Keep Evelyn in your prayers, and what's his name? Do you know his name? The sheep
The
hunter
metal
guy?
guy.
Metal guy from South Carolina. He's really a cool guy. Gary.
I don't know Gary's last name.
Averett. Gary Averett. Let's call him Gary Averett. That's kind of cool, ain't it?
Sure.
Because that'd be like me being Brett Johnstone. Johnstone, yeah. Kind of neat. Anyway, we appreciate you watching. Appreciate you tuning in.
That'd make us brothers then, because I guess I'd have to be Dennis Johnstone.
You would. We've always been brothers, man, since we've been 5 years old.
That's true.
Just don't shake your leg. But we will be tomorrow covering the Gordon Lee Trojans. So if you want to hear high school football at its worst, tune in to the D-Swane and Belo show. We'll be doing play-by-play on the sideline down in Gordon Lee, Gordon Central.
Down in Calhoun.
Down in Calhoun and Gordon Central. We look forward to doing that, huh?
Gordon Lee's not a city.
I meant down at Gordon Central. I just said Lee instead of the Central, but Gordon. Anyway, we're going to be there.
We got HGP, yeah.
Yeah, we're going to be down there. And then make sure you go to church somewhere this weekend. Support your pastor. Pray for our country. Mama Barnett, outstanding.
Yes.
Outstanding.
Thank you so much.
Job.
Can't wait to have some of that chili.
I'm ready for more beans and salt. I'm ready. That was perfect.
And Megan
Perfecto. Magnifico. And then you can tune into Randall on
93.3, it's streamed through 105, 104.9 The River, but you go down and click, it's really neat, you click Esquatchie County. We're a multi-platform, there's like 5 schools getting carried. You click the Esquatchie County element, and it takes you live to my stream on 93.3. And the greatest line, belly grams in all honesty is good exercise. I'm going to tell you who said that.
Megan did.
Yeah, that's
93.3.
Yeah, country road.
Country road,
Take me home
to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country road.
Or in
That
this
was for
case,
you,
take the
Annalie.
trash out.
Annalie, take the trash out.
Rookie. New
We
guy.
appreciate you watching. Appreciate you tuning in, Rookie. I'll deal with you tomorrow. We will talk to you then. Take care, and may God richly bless you.
See ya.
Peace.
Play with I want winners.